Hello everybody. Today I will show how to create a pull request in any GitHub project. So to do so, you have to follow some of the steps. For example, you have to fork the project, then you have to clone the project in your local environment. And once the cloning are done, then you can edit the code, whatever you want to modify, you just modify it, and then you push to the your local branch. So basically forking will be nothing but cloning from master branch or remote branch to your local branch. And once the edit is done, then you can push to your local branch, and from there you can raise a request to update your code in the remote branch. So these are the steps you have to follow if you want to create any pull request in your in any GitHub project. Okay. Now what I will do, I will show in my GitHub directory or my GitHub repo. So basically, as you can see that there are two projects right now. Now I will go to my profile, and in the profile you can see that there are two projects. Now I can go to the project from where I want the forking, or basically I will go to the project where I want to modify and contribute, right? So let's say I came to the Soda Foundation multi-cloud project. In that project, I want to modify something. I want to raise a pull request. So what you have to do, you have to just first fork it. So once you log into your GitHub ID, then you will get one option of forking. So this will be always available the first time. So let's say you clicked on the fork. Once it is done, now this is disabled because now this multi-cloud is now forked in your profile. So now go to your profile and click and check whether the multi-cloud is forked or not. So as you can see here, now there are three projects now. Multi-cloud is now visible in my fork also, right? My profile also. The meaning is that the multi-cloud whole codes now came to the my local branch. Now I can go to here and see this is the my local branch, and it is forked from the Soda Foundation multi-cloud. So you can see now here. Okay. Now once forking is done, then next step we have to do is that clone the project in our local environment. So you can clone it in your environment. So for example, this is my Ubuntu terminal, and here in this directory I want to clone that. So basically any Go projects required some type of Go pathing. So I have created Go path in root slash Go path, and from there I have created another subdirectories. Basically it's always recommended, if you want to update anything in the Soda Foundation project, better you create this type of path: root gopath src github Soda Foundation. It's not compulsory, but it's recommended because most of the vendors and other library package will sit in the GitHub directory. Okay. So once things are set up, I mean you have created the directory. Now I am in the root gopath src github Soda Foundation directory. From there what I can do, I can clone the project. So for that I can go to the Soda Foundation multi-cloud. So this is the Soda Foundation multi-cloud. You can in green box you can see here there will be option to clone the project. Basically here the links will be given. Simply just copy it from here, and once copied you can just type the git clone command and just paste the link. Now you can see that it will take some time, and the whole code now it will copy it basically from the remote to the your local machine. So this is my local machine, and cloning is done. Now I can move to the multi-cloud project, cd multi-cloud. As you can see here, now I am in the multi-cloud, and if you do ls -ltr whatever you want to see, you can see here all the repository, all the codes are now in my local environment. Now from here I can modify the code, I can build the code, I can test the code, and I can push the code to the my local branch also. So that is the step. Okay. So if you see here the git branch means in which branch currently I am in the master branch. So what I can do, the next step is, if you see in my PPTs, the next step is edit the code, because we have already done the forking part and the cloning part. Now I can edit the code. So for simplicity, I will open any of the file, for example API package, S3, and any list bucket. So here you can see that I'm able to open all the Go files. Now I just want to modify this message only, parse the list, and I will add to do some adding message for testing. So this I want to modify. Okay, so once the modification is done, you can see here by using the git status command. So you can see here in git status it will say that this particular file has been modified. Now you can see here, I can see the what things has been modified. For to do so, you can use the git diff, basically git difference from the master, means from the remote to the current. So if you type this, then it will show the green part, meaning is that you are adding this code now. This was the previous code. So each and every things you can visualize that whether I have whatever I have modified, that is visible here or not. You can see using the git diff command. Once that is done, then you have to push the code to your local. If you want to see here which all things are in my local repository, you can see the git remote -v. So if you see here, it will show that the code has been pushed from your origin, basically github soda foundation multi-cloud.git. But problem is I cannot push this modified code here. The reason is because I don't have any permission to the soda foundation multi-cloud.git. What I can do is that I can push to the my local branch. So how I can do that? How I can add my local branch in the remote list. So git add, and then I will go to the my branch. This is not my branch, this is soda foundation branch. I will go to the my profile, and I will click on my multi-cloud. So as you can see that this is my multi-cloud, right? So I can push here in soda github.com zuna1 multi-cloud. So I can add my local branch in the remote list. Git my file, sorry, so now this file has been added to my remote list. For I can check this. Now you can see here my first code, and this is nothing but zuna multi-cloud.git. okay, now the same code I can push to the my local branch. So how can we do? So we can do by using few steps. So I have already shown that how you can see your the code, the difference. So this file has been modified by you. Now you can do and git add, you can add this file for the pushing. Okay, so once you add it, it will show now in different color, meaning is that this is now ready for commit and push. Okay, once it is done, then you can do git commit, and you can give some message that this is my first pull request, first PR, any message, the general things. The meaning is that the message should be the conveying one. So basically you give the useful message, and you can see here one file changed, one line insertion, one line deletion. This will give each and every information. At a time you can add multiple file also. This is done, then you have to push your code to local branch, right? So local branch, what is the local branch? So just now I had created my local branch, this git add my first code, and then you have to give the username and password. So it is failing due to some password issue. So it is failing that I have not enabled the token based authentication. So since last year, I think September October time frame, we have to give username and token based password. So we can do that. We can go to the profile in setting, and we can generate the token based password. I will show you. Go to the developer setting, personal access token, generate new token. So some settings will be given. You can just click on the repo, you can generate the token, and make sure that first token okay. So this you can copy, and now that should that should authenticate while pushing. So I can give now again username, and now I have already copied the token. I can paste it here, and now it will push to the my local branch. So from here it is pushing to the my local master. Okay, so I can go here in my profile, in my project, in my repository, and if you see here, it will show that this is my first PR has been reached by Praveen Ranjan, right? So click on this, and you can see the difference. So this line I have added recently, right? Now to do so these things has been came to your local branch. Now you want to create a pull request to the multi-cloud, Soda Foundation multi-cloud, means the remote. This is known as the remote, this is known as the your local. Okay, this is local and this is remote. Now you have to create a pull request. Pull request means basically you are trying to submit your code to the remote branch. So you have to click pull request here, and it will give a fresh page, welcome to the pull request. And now you can either click here, or either you can click here, new pull request. The moment you create the new pull request, it will try to compare. So as you can see here, from my multi-cloud branch to the Soda Foundation multi-cloud branch, is trying to compare, and it is saying that okay, you can you have some modifications, so you can create one pull request. So I can click here, and this is my first PR. I can modify do not merge, for example, do not merge. So I will create the heading. This is the just heading, and here I can give some useful information like that why this PR is required. So these are the templates you need to fill. Okay, and you can see here that one commits, one files has been changed, and you can see the list what are the things has been changed. So each and every things you can see, and you can modify. Basically you need to modify this part sometime, and once each and every things are done, then you create a pull request. So this pull request is now created, and it will visible in the Soda Foundation multi-cloud pull request also. So for example, if you go to the Soda Foundation pull request, it will visible this is my first PR, and raised by this person. PR number is this, opened 17 seconds ago. And so what will happen, this PR will be visible to the maintainer of this project or any external body. So basically they can click on this, and they will check what files we have modified. You can see here from this part, files changed one, and they will say that okay, if this modification is feasible and need to modify or not modify, means this field this particular modification has is feasible or not, and based on that they can approve the PR, and they can merge the PR also. And if they want to give some review comment, they can add some review comment here. Okay, So but your things are done. Now you have raised your first pull request in Soda Foundation GitHub repository. So thank you all.